Over a decade of political opposition started to show its impact on Ayub Khan's rule. But the final blow to the first military regime was eventually caused by none other than someone from within.
We will fight. We'll go back and fight. My country hearkens for me. Why should I waste my time here in the Security Council?
Bhutto then became a role model for the youth of this country in terms of his nationalism and also in the terms of his socialism that he thought should have come in this country.
The sudden rise of a young Bhutto on the political battleground of Pakistan galvanized the already motivated youth.
And the streets were full of students being tear-gassed, arrested, beaten up. So it was a student movement. NSF was all around. As you know, first it started in Karachi, then thereafter. In Karachi, Ayub Khan was challenged by NSF.
It was a very passionate approach towards a common goal, which made the nation united. And it traveled from province to another province and then within the province from district to district.
Mr. Bhutto would have never succeeded if he was not supported by the student movement in West Pakistan.
Most of all, I'd like to speak to the students, appeal to them, the younger generation that was ever so kind to me. This is a generation which I adore, and I'm terribly fond of this generation. I can never forget that the youth of Pakistan gave me unanimous support when I left Ayub Khan's government in 1966. I had the unanimous support of the students.
Zulfi Bhutto was a new icon for the majority of left-wing students who by this time had started splitting into pro-Soviet and pro-China groups, thereby weakening the left politics in the country.
Left was made to fragment by the establishment, if you want to call it. But one has to realize it was always volatile. It was always vulnerable to fragmentation. You know, and then of course the final break came during the Sino-Soviet conflict in China and the Soviet Union. Half of the left became pro-China, half of the left became pro-Moscow, and unfortunately they were more interested in fighting out inter-party or inter-ideological battles than doing something more worthwhile on a single platform.
This was the story of the 1950s and the 1960s. Next week we will discuss the 1970s and the 1980s.
महल्ला ही में जले चंद लोगों